Somalia has officially inaugurated its national identification and registration process, marking a pivotal role for the nation's digital transformation. The launch event held in Mogadishu on Saturday, the transformative potential of the new biometric ID system, which is set to create a host of opportunities for citizens and foster an environment conducive to national cohesion. The Prime Minister reiterated that the introduction of the national ID will serve as a catalyst for overcoming the socio-economic challenges that have impeded Somalia's development. Moreover, it will significantly advance democracy and the rule of law, further cementing the government's commitment to ensuring equal rights and participation for all Somali citizens in national endeavors.
waxaan dhammaanteen isugu hambalyeynaynaa guusha aan gaarnay iyo riyada inoo mira dhashay. xukuumadda dan qaran waxay meel marisay sharciyadii loo baahnaa si loo aasaaso hay-adda diiwaangelinta dadweynaha. waxay meel marisay sharciga lagu dhisay hay-adda diiwaangelinta iyo aqoonsiga dadweynaha oo maanta ayadu inagu hogaaminaysa mashruucan furitaankiisa. sidoo kale xukuumaddu waxay meel marisay sharciga dhowrista xogta. sidoo kale waxay gacanta ku
President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, currently in Dosamareb, the administrative capital of Galmudug State, was among the first to receive his ID card as part of the nationwide rollout. Pressing the initiative as a significant milestone in Somalia's state-building process, President Mohamud emphasized the national ID system will enhance security measures and address critical national priorities. President Mohamud expressed gratitude to the government of Pakistan for its software assistance, which played a vital role in enabling Somali citizens to obtain their national IDs. The momentous launch event garnered widespread participation from high-level government officials and representatives of Somalia's development partners. Notable attendees include the European Union, Africa Union, various UN agencies, the World Bank Group, Pakistan, the United Kingdom, the United States, Gulf countries, as well as partners for ID for Africa.
This legal identification through a digital process is the basic foundation for a vibrant public and private sector, and it will have, as we saw, multiplier effects. Three brief examples. On the public sector side, it's the foundation for the social contract. So as we heard, it will enable government, through having access to data, to plan, innovate and deliver at scale. On the citizen side, it will enable them to hold their government to account for delivery of those services. We've seen the potential for this. I've myself visited Estonia, which is a country which probably is the furthest ahead. Everything is online, and it's absolutely fascinating to see how advanced they are in delivery of absolutely first-class services. But there are lots of interesting models, including in Pakistan. The foundation for it, as we've heard, is about trust. Citizens must trust their government that their data will be used with diligence and not be used for any other purposes than that intended. But if this works, there'll be feedback loops as government hold their citizens to account, provide feedback, and we heard the innovation around grievances, which enables government then to do better. So you get a nice virtual cycle. Secondly, on the financial sector side, yes, very few people in Somalia still included, particularly those in the rural areas. This will have an amazing potential for financial inclusion in a very simple way to enable people to have this online. At the other extreme, Somalia, as we know, fighting a big battle against Al-Shabaab, and at the global level this makes it quite difficult for Somalia because of the needs around anti-corruption, anti-money laundering, countering finance to terrorism. So this system will enable Somalia to provide the data that it needs. And thirdly, on the development side, those of you engaged in, for example, cash payments, this will enable to drive those innovations quicker and faster. Secondly, bigger picture on this, we've got UNGA coming up next week, UN General Assembly. Prime Minister, you'll be representing Somalia. I think you'll have a very good story to tell on this. There is an SDG, a Sustainable Development Goal, 16.9, which calls for legal identity for all by 2030. So Somalia will be well ahead of that by doing it by 2026. And as we know, this SDG is an enabler for everything else, for health, for education, and so on. Secondly, there's huge challenges out there. None of them are going to be solved without technology. We've got AI coming up, so it's not even an option anymore, but it's essential to have this legal identity managed digitally. It is crucial for a state to be efficient and accountable. For Somalia, it's a crucial as part of your fight against Al-Shabaab. Al-Shabaab certainly won't be rolling out this kind of service to its citizens, so it will help distinguish government.
I really congratulate everyone who has put together this two-day event. I thought the Director General's presentation was absolutely superb, very visual, and it gives us a real sense of the progress that has already been made in getting to this stage. There is obviously a huge technical logistical period ahead, but the UK is proud to be the second largest donor to the World Bank Fund, the Multi-Partner Fund, and the IMF Trust Fund, and we recognise the work that is involved by the international community to support the federal government of Somalia in delivering a national ID programme, and we congratulate the leadership that has been given from His Excellency President Hassan Sheikh Mohammed and the rest of the government to this successful point, and we encourage them to work with federal member states, the people of Somalia, the private sector, all the other stakeholders who will have a share in succeeding. And there are so many economic and security benefits around a successful rollout. It's a very ambitious programme over the next 3 years, but I believe that the enterprising and entrepreneurial spirit of the Somali people, supported and underpinned by an excellent structure, reinforced by, I hope, support from the international community, should give us every chance of success. As somebody whose last substantive posting was in Pakistan, I'm delighted to hear about the links between Nadra and Mira, and happy to know that there are friends from Pakistan here in Mogadishu today, and I hope that will show that Somalia is benefiting from expertise from other countries that would not normally be partnering with Somalia to deliver what will undoubtedly be a huge project. So congratulations to all the officials who have helped get Somalia to this stage. I think the long journey has just begun, but the United Kingdom stands shoulder to shoulder with you in reaching that point. Thank you.
The introduction of national identification and registration process marks a monumental step for Somalia, propelling the nation into a new era of digital transformation, unity and progress.